The Big Bang Theory spinoff can finally settle the Leonard is dead mystery, and I am truly hopeful that it does. As someone who brought up this theory, I want to make it clear that I am not advocating for this. Before its prequel, I covered the Big Bang Theory, and I felt bad for Leonard when Sheldon took advantage of him. So, when he finally got everything he wanted in the Big Bang Theory ending, I was happy. Granted that the way they handled Penny's pregnancy arc was problematic, overall, it was a great payoff for Johnny Galecki's character. That said, there were clues in the young Sheldon finale hinting at this. Chuck Lorre and his writers knew full well that not even mentioning Leonard throughout the prequel's run would raise questions. Couple that with Sheldon naming his son after his best friend via TV line, and the way he handles grief, and it wasn't difficult to think that something was wrong. That said, I would like to reiterate that this is a theory, which means that Leonard may not be dead. Luckily, the Big Bang Theory franchise has a confirmed way of addressing this issue. On the heels of young Sheldon's cancellation, Lorre and his team launched Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. It is the second spin-off in the nerd-centric sitcom, but essentially, it is a sequel to Sheldon's story in Texas. This is why I'm really excited about the Big Bang Theory offshoot with Stuart, Denise, and Bert, as it is a true continuation of the nerd-centric sitcom. In an ideal world, the Pasadena gang would also be in the show, but that is highly unlikely to happen. Kaylee Cuoco said that she is willing to reprise Penny in the next The Big Bang Theory series, which is great. That said, a cameo is about the best thing that we can get in terms of seeing them again. Regardless, however, the fact that there will be a sequel to the hit California set sitcom with characters connected with Sheldon and his friends lends itself to giving us any kind of update about the group. References are great, but most importantly, Stuart and the rest return to the screen can finally give us a definitive answer about Leonard's status. The idea of Leonard being dead is sad. The Big Bang Theory's ending left all of its characters in rather great places. So considering that none of them are able to fully enjoy the rest of their lives is heartbreaking. This is especially important for Leonard. As I've mentioned, while I would have loved for the sitcom to have done a better job tackling Penny's pregnancy reveal, anyone who followed the show from its very first episode would know that it was a full circle moment for Leonard. Sheldon's best friend dreamed of having a family with his wife from the moment they met. The Big Bang Theory finale made that dream come true, but if he ended up dying shortly after, not only would it have been devastating that he never got to see his kid grow up, but it would also make Penny's future worse. She explicitly said that she didn't want kids in the sitcom, and the fact that it didn't do a good job properly tackling how she eventually changed her mind, leaving her to raise the kid on her own, doesn't sound ideal. While I have considered all the clues suggesting that Leonard is dead, there are also some indications that he is not. I prefer to subscribe to the latter, considering that it's just easier to think of the Pasadena gang still happy as their lives progress years after the events of the Big Bang Theory. For starters, if Lorre would kill one of his most popular TV characters, I would like to believe that he would do it on screen. Sure, George died off screen in Young Sheldon, but it was because they didn't have a choice but to tackle his death. In addition to this, there isn't really any storytelling benefit to Leonard dying. At this point, the Big Bang Theory franchise is already moving on from Sheldon, with shows like Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage and Stuart's upcoming show. There are also no plans of bringing back his or any of the Pasadena gang members on screen to spearhead a new series. So, Leonard being dead is actually pointless in the bigger scheme of things.